Hey guys, I'm here with the group favorite, the GE Carry Cool. I really don't know why people hate these things so much. I mean, it's really not all that loud. It's not the quietest thing. I mean, the Fedders and the Emerson Quiet Cooler are quieter. And yes, I have three air conditioners in the same room. Well, this is not my unit. This is a unit that I'm fixing up for the, basically going over. I cleaned it up a little bit for the guy that I bought those two Fedders off of back in June. He suspected this thing to be low in charge, but I don't think so. It's blowing nice and even across the top. No frost at all. And this room is balls ass cold right now. It's 60 in here. You have roughly a 25-degree, so to speak, differential. I don't know if it's 60. It says 66, but I think it's a lot cooler than that in here. The airflow is the strongest on this side here. Clothes are nice and shiny and spine thin. I'm not going to run it long like this because I don't have a filter hooked up in it, but it'll be right for a little bit. The storage is so new yet that it's actually easier to take off the front grill than it is to open the door. There's your information. It's a 1987 model, barely done, so I'd say this was first year of use was 1988, the year my wife was born. Hey, I don't get to hate these things. This one here even has the adjustable top. Dude, so much freaking these things do so much shit in the AC community. Alright, I'm high they make a little bit of noise. Not bad by any means though, really. Think about it. It has GE on here twice. Up the probe up. Oops. Come on. Come on. That's where most of the air flows. I say it does blow pretty cold. Fluctuating between about 33 and 33 and a half. So I'd say it's pretty good. Here's a 32-degree temperature difference, which for a rotary compressor is pretty impressive. Take a look at the back. I thought of something when I was walking out of here. This is one of the last models made too, because 1987 was the last year for General Electric. After that, that's when all the other than Hot Point, because Hot Point was always around, because Hot Point is General Electric. But 1988 and after is when all the off-brand ones started showing up, like Fedders, AirTemp, Cool Coat, Crest. There's tons of them. What other ones did I see? Some of those plain J.C. Penney brand name, Climate Troll. Did I say Airtep? I think I did say Airtep already. Okay, there's tons of different variations. The Cool Totes are probably my favorite. Yeah, they were all after 1987, after GE was no more. Got some condensate coming out of it. Well, it did a minute. I know I just saw some. I know for a fact I did. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I think that one of the reasons people don't like these, or people don't really care about them, is because they're not rare at all. They're actually still very common. They were made for, I think, from the late 60s up until the early 90s. Even after General Electric went under, I think they were still making these up to like 93 or 94. So they are not uncommon at all. From the outside, the way you can tell if you have an old one is that I think there's two. See how this has three plastic dividers for the condenser fan? The early ones only have, I think it's two. That's really good to tell. Anyway, that being said, catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Before I clip this video together, I just want to go over the one thing that people say about these. They're also known as being one of the most foolproof designs in window HVAC history. Think about it. Everything in here is plastic except for the coils and some miscellaneous parts of the compressor, but everything is above the condensate levels. This is like the one unit that can actually, you know, I'm against condensate and I'm against slinger wheels, but this is the one situation where the proper operation of the unit will not hurt it. These things have one design flaw and one design flaw only, and that's the fact that these use, being that you're going copper to aluminum, GE used an epoxy instead of a braze. So sometimes in some units those epoxy joints fail and your refrigerant leaks out, from what I'm understanding from talking to people, from reading up on it. As to what the real problem with these is, I mean, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I have never seen one of these that didn't work. And I've seen some ones that were beat to shit and they still ran. And of course, the obvious one is the use of a rotary compressor, which are inferior by nature. But they are GE rotary compressors, which are definitely a step up above any of the other rotaries. And in their defense, with a small chassis like this, there's not really much they could have done as an alternative. And spine fin coil by far gives you the best heat transfer. So GE had it down with these. They get a lot of unnecessary heat for some reason, and I don't really understand why. And even the epoxy failure is rare. And if you're worried about it, you can get JB Weld and re-epoxy it thicker on the outside of where all the joints on the compressor are, or you can get the JB Weld stick and put that around if you're worried about it. But they use R22, which is a great refrigerant. If I was going to be using this for more than an hour or so, I'd put a filter in there, but I'm not going to be, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to hit the owner of this fantastic unit and tell him that it's a clean bill of health, and it's definitely not low to charge. They take a little bit to build full head pressure. Awesome units. I really don't understand why they get the hate that they do. I mean, they're not as rare, or maybe not as cool as units like that, but they definitely have their purpose, and they're a very important part of HVAC history, providing the longevity and how long they made this series. So, that being said, this time I mean it. Peace out. Catch you next time.